All right, Miss Phoebe. We are down here with Phoebe Pickels now. And this is our week 1 video recap. We are going to go over all of the skills that we've been practicing the last week with these puppies, so you can see how they've been doing. Oh my goodness, Phoebe knows I have food in my hand already. Look at you. We're using the Vita Essentials. It's just freeze-dried chicken. It makes for a good, easy treat for these dogs for training. You did get a link in your initial confirmation email that will take you to our video library. I would definitely recommend checking that out. There are a lot more detailed instructional videos. I'm just going to run through all the things we've been doing with Phoebe, but if you want more detailed instructional videos, check that out for week 1 as well. Highly recommend. Okay, so we're just going to get started here. We start the week off by charging our clicker each training session. So I'm going to click, and then I'm going to offer Phoebe a piece of food. We want the puppies to make the association that the sound of the clicker means that they're going to get food from our hand. Good girl, Phoebe. So we begin all of our training exercises by just charging our clicker for a few reps. Then we're going to add something to that. We're going to ask Phoebe to follow a food lure in her hand. So I'm going to show her that I've got the food, and I want her to move a little bit. I'm going to take a few steps before I click and release that cookie. Let's do that a couple more times. Good girl, Phoebe. And we're going to do this with both hands, not just one. Good girl. Very nice job, Phoebe. And the last thing that we're going to do to get started, basically the same thing, but now I'm going to pair it with her name. Phoebe. Wow, so smart. Let's do it with our other hand. Phoebe. Good girl. Let's do one more. Phoebe. Great. So we're teaching Phoebe what her name is right off the bat. This could also be considered like a first step in a foundation puppy recall game. Come to me when I call your name. But now that we went over a few exercises, let's take a little break. We're going to do a little bit of play. These puppies are all pretty food motivated, which is great. But they're little babies, so I don't want to ask too much of them too fast. Good girl. So we'll do a few things, take a little break, and then we'll do a couple more things. Where is that toy? At home, what I would recommend doing is maybe picking 2 or 3 things to work on, and play with your puppy, and then maybe like later in the day, you could do another 2 or 3 different things. You don't have to do them all in a row like I'm doing in the recap video. What do I got? Eat it. I stole it from you. Whoa. Good girl. This toy that I'm playing with Phoebe right now is called a flirt pole. It's one of my favorite toys to play with puppies. One, because I can get the puppy moving around and kind of running and chasing the toy. It's good exercise for them. While I can just stand here and not do too much, right? I'm just moving the toy around. The other reason that I really like it for puppies is, and I might in a minute here, but if I'm playing like with the other toy on the ground with her, my hands are a lot more in the picture. And then she might be more likely to accidentally target or bite my hand when I want to teach her that she should be biting the toy, right? Good girl. Where is that? Gimme, gimme, gimme. Ho, ho, ho. You lost it. There you go. Good job, puppy. All right, so let's move on to our next little training exercise here. Ooh, I got that. So similar to following the food lure, now I'm going to practice a hand target with Phoebe. And it might look very similar to what we just did, but it's a little different because I'm going to detach the food from the puppy. I want her to target her nose to my hand, and when she does, I'm going to click the clicker, give her the food. Phoebe, touch. Good girl. So as soon as that nose reconnects with my hand, that's what I'm marking with the clicker. Phoebe, touch. Okay, we call the hand target touch. Phoebe, touch. Very nice. So we just did 3 hand targets in a row. That was super. Now we're going to move on to the mat. The hand target is a movement behavior, so you can see that she's catching up to my hand, reconnecting to it. We can also use that as sort of an informal recall to get our puppies to come to us with the use of a hand target. Now we're going to move on to the mat. For this exercise, I want her to get 4 paws on, and then I'm going to put 1 piece of food down on the mat at a time. Okay. Release her off. Right now I'm only doing 2 cookies. If this was the only thing that you were doing, you could do more. I just don't want these puppies to get full because I'm doing so much. Good job, girlfriend. Okay. You find it? Lost this one. Okay, let's do this one more time. Ready, Phoebe? Where's your mat? Whoa. Good job. Very good job. Okay. Perfect. So this mat will turn into a stay behavior. So if you want to park your puppy in a stay, you can do that on their mat. But in this first week, very simple, as you can see. We just want to build value for coming over to the mat and teaching them that release word, okay. Are you waiting so patiently? Look at you. You're a good little baby. Want your flirt pole again? Where is it? Whoa! Yeah, get it. Good job, Phoebe. This particular flirt pole is my favorite kind for puppies and small dogs. Do have a link to this flirt pole if you wanted to get one for your puppy on my products page on my website. You could get the same one. It's nice and light. It has just a little bit of a bungee on it, so it's easy to play tug with them. Good girl. And it actually comes with 2 different toy options that you can put at the end of it. Yeah, you got it. Woohoo! Good girl. You just gonna hang out with it? She's like, yeah, this is mine. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, you're gonna bite the carpet now, okay. No, we don't do that. So now we're gonna practice some sits. Phoebe, sit. Good girl. When they're first learning this behavior, like in week 1, go get it. It's not uncommon for them to put their front paws up because they know that we have the food. Sit. So we just want to withhold that cookie from them until they've got all their, go get it, all their paws on the ground. You didn't see that. Go get it. Let's do a sit one more time. Sit. Beautiful. Good girl. Okay. Oh, that stuck to my finger. Got it. Good girl. So the sit is the first position that we learn. And you can see they pick up on that one fairly quickly. Now we're going to practice some of our handling exercises. I'm not going to use the clicker for this. Instead, I'm going to use a verbal marker. So I'm going to say yes. And it's really just because I want to use both of my hands. Okay, so I'm going to show Phoebe that I've got some food in my hand. And then with my other hand, I'm going to bring it under her belly. Yes. And just sort of stabilize her in a stand position. Okay. I'm going to do the same thing on both sides. Yes. I'm teaching her how to hold still. Okay. Yes. Good girl. Okay. So that time I picked up an ear. Whoops. I'm going to go through different body parts now. Now a foot. Yes. Picking up her leg, her foot, and then just like rolling her toes through my fingers gently. Yes. And every time I say yes, I'm giving her a cookie. Yes. Picking up her tail, manipulating it a little bit. Okay. These exercises that I'm doing right now with her with the food, very important. This is how she's going to be handled by your vet and by your groomer. It's your job to teach your puppy, to train your puppy, to tolerate those things. It's not their job. Okay. Good puppy. She might just let me do all those things without food, but that's not teaching her anything. That's not training. Yes. Okay. So that's why we do it like this. Very important, okay? So just like our hand targets and the mat and the sits and everything else, we need to spend time on these things too. All right, so the very last thing that we're gonna do with Phoebe is we're gonna get her dressed in her harness. This is part of the socialization process, exposing our puppies to things that they might have to deal with or that they're gonna have to deal with later on in the world. So whenever we put stuff on our dogs, whether that's a harness, okay, come here, I'm gonna hold you for this. Harness or different types of collars or whatever, that's not necessarily something that they are just gonna be fine with. So we wanna expose it to them when they're little. You see all that food on the ground? Yeah. Ready? Go get it. Sometimes in the first week, they act like they can't walk with their harness on. It's a little comical. But we just want to spend a couple minutes. We can toss some get it cookies. Get them moving around with that harness on. Get it. Wow, Phoebe. She's pretty comfortable with her harness. Look at her. Go get it. Nice job, puppy. Go get it. One more, get it. You can also play with them with their toys whenever they've got new stuff on. What is that? What is that? You want more snacks? Good job, Phoebe. So also in your initial confirmation email is a link to book your Zoom lesson. If you click on that link right now, it looks like I don't have any availability. It will open up in the next couple of weeks. I'll probably make an announcement on the Facebook page as well that my availability is open. So just keep an eye on that. And it'll probably be open for August. So you can get your Zooms booked for once your puppies are home. All right, girlfriend, we're gonna wrap it up there. So do make sure you check out that video library as well. And we'll see you next week.